It would be ideal if life never tempted us, if every day we could act spontaneously and always do the right thing. But reality doesn't work that way. In the end, we still make mistakes and take actions that we later regret. At Daily Stoic, we understand that Stoicism, in theory, is a philosophy, but when put into practice, it becomes a set of purposeful life principles. The Stoics believe that life is full of complex situations and inevitable challenges. That's why they created rules to help us stay on the right path. In today's video, I will share 11 Stoic principles that I've applied to become the best version of myself. These rules were shaped by Stoic philosophers more than 2,000 years ago and have helped countless people throughout generations. Stay with me until the end of the video to discover all these rules and apply them to your life. Before we begin, I'd greatly appreciate it if you could like this video, as it helps me continue spreading Stoic philosophy to more people. If you haven't subscribed to Daily Stoic yet, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss any upcoming content. Rule 1. Conquer your morning. One of the most memorable moments in Marcus Aurelius' Meditations is his internal dialogue at the beginning of Book 5. He knew he needed to get out of bed, but he was drawn to the comfort of warm blankets. This is relatable, yet impressive, because Marcus Aurelius didn't have to get up. He wasn't obligated to do anything. Many emperors before him had delegated their responsibilities to indulge in luxury. But Marcus challenged himself, resisting temptation, and began his duties early. Why did he wake up early? Because Marcus Aurelius understood that winning the morning was the key to winning the day and succeeding in life. He may not have heard the saying, "The early bird catches the worm," but he was fully aware that a productive morning led to a productive day. Personally, I maintain 3 habits to kickstart a productive morning. 1. Journal writing. As soon as I wake up, I write down the tasks I need to accomplish for the day and reflect briefly on the previous day, noting what I did well and what I can improve. 2. Exercise. It doesn't have to be intense. A simple walk, a gym session, or a run, anything that gets your body moving. This wakes you up fully and prepares your mind for the next step. 3. Focus on work. Once I've completed the first 2 habits, I'm fully alert and ready to focus on the task at hand. Rule 2. Focus on what you can control. Stoicism places great emphasis on focusing on what is within your control and letting go of what is not. Understanding this principle makes your life more practical and saves time and energy wasted on needless worries. When you grasp this mindset, you will avoid much frustration and suffering, and you'll know where to direct your efforts to reach your goals. Take sports as an example. You can control how you play, but you can't control whether you win, whether your opponent respects you, or whether the crowd cheers for you. When you stop worrying about these external factors and focus on your own performance, you'll naturally improve your results. This principle applies not just in sports, but in every area of life. Rule 3. Don't suffer over imaginary problems. In life, uncertainty often gives rise to thoughts that cause us distress. This is entirely natural, but if you think about it carefully, most of the negative scenarios we imagine never actually happen. As Seneca said, we suffer more in imagination than in reality. Focus on the present and stay calm, because the terrible thing you fear is likely not to come true. I have a video where I discuss this in more detail, and you can check it out here. Rule 4. Treat success and failure equally. Marcus Aurelius used an interesting metaphor. He said that all men are like stones. When the stone is thrown into the air, it gains nothing by rising, nor does it lose anything by falling. It remains a stone. Similarly, whether your day starts with a promotion or ends with a dismissal, you are still the same person. In fact, difficult situations often teach us more, and thus have even greater value than positive ones. Be grateful for everything that happens to you, whether good or bad, because each experience helps you grow and evolve. Rule 5. Focus on one important thing each day. This rule isn't meant to be taken literally. When I say do one thing each day, I'm referring to two types of people. First, those who live without clear goals. Focusing on one small goal each day will transform your life from ordinary to extraordinary. Second, those with too many ambitions. There's nothing wrong with dreaming big, but progress must be made step by step. If you try to juggle too many tasks at once, you risk losing sight of what truly matters. With this rule, I encourage you to set one goal each day and work to achieve it, no matter how big or small. Rule 6. Don't choose the easy path. Every time you aspire to achieve something, remember that there are no shortcuts to success in life. Everything truly worthwhile demands relentless effort. Think of those you admire and study their lives. You'll find that all their achievements stem from perseverance and discipline. That is their secret to success. Difficult paths not only shape your character, but also teach you valuable lessons from your mistakes and encourage you to persevere. The difference between those who achieve great goals and those who don't lies in their willingness to embrace effort and sacrifice. Anyone can choose the easy way, but only those who are willing to face hardships will achieve what they truly desire. Rule 7. Ask yourself if it's truly necessary. Take a moment to reflect on the things you do in life. Ask yourself, is this really necessary? You'll soon realize that many of the things you do and desire are not essential. These things not only waste your time, but also fail to add any value to your life. How do you determine what's truly necessary? Seek a deeper reason, a goal worth pursuing. If you can't find that reason, then what you're doing is likely not worth continuing. Rule 8. Love your fate. Life doesn't always go as we expect, and that's an undeniable truth. As Seneca said, fate leads the willing and drags along the unwilling. His own life was proof of this. Poor health disrupted his career, he was exiled by an emperor, and when he returned, he faced similar challenges. Most things in Seneca's life were beyond his control. The only thing he could control was how he perceived these events and how he chose to respond to them. Seneca chose to view everything as an opportunity for growth. Life will bring both good and bad, but it's up to you to decide how to face them. Will you seek the positive value or live in endless complaint? Rule 9. Converse with death. Zeno of Citium, the founder of Stoicism, after losing all his wealth, sought guidance from an oracle. The oracle said, "To live a good life, you must speak with the dead." What he meant was to read books. Reading the works of past philosophers is a way to access their wisdom and thoughts. Reading opens the door to understanding ideas that have existed for thousands of years. In the modern world, we often get caught up in the new and forget the value of ancient knowledge. There's nothing wrong with the new, but neglecting centuries of accumulated wisdom is a major mistake. We have the ability to converse with the greatest minds of the past, those who can guide and help us shape our lives today. Don't turn down this opportunity. Thanks to the internet, accessing ancient wisdom has never been easier than it is now. Rule 10. Be strict with yourself, tolerant with others. A key principle of Stoicism is that we impose strict rules on ourselves, but we must be compassionate toward others. Marcus Aurelius wrote about those who are misled from the truth, and we shouldn't judge them too harshly. The rules we follow are for ourselves, not to impose on others. This doesn't mean we tolerate unjust or immoral behavior, but rather, instead of judging, the best approach is to lead by example through our own actions. If you want to influence someone, begin by changing yourself. When you live rightly, others will notice and eventually follow. It might take time, but they will ultimately recognize and learn from your example. Rule 11. Remember you are dying every day. Seneca once said that our greatest mistake is thinking that death lies ahead of us. But in truth, much of death has already passed. Every moment that has gone by belongs to it. We often think of death as something far away, that it will only come at a certain point in life. But each day we are moving closer to it, whether slowly or quickly, depending on our age and health. Seneca emphasized that death is not something that happens in the future, it is a process happening right now. We die a little each day, even in this moment. As you watch this video, time is slipping away, and you will never get it back. That time belongs to death. So what should we do in the face of this reality? The answer is to live fully while we can. Don't delay, don't leave things unfinished, and make the most of every moment while it's still yours. What do you think of these Stoic rules? Are there any rules you would add? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. Personally, I always try to apply these rules in my own life. It's not easy, and sometimes I forget, but I always make an effort to write them down and remind myself. Stoicism, like life, requires a great deal of effort and discipline, but it's absolutely worth it. I'll leave 2 videos here that I'm sure you'll enjoy. Until next time.